She pushed really hard. I was like, what are you checking? Like if you can break my ribs?
And this ain't it, Chief.
Hola amigos, and welcome to today's mukbang. For today's mukbang we have, I think, my very first taco mukbang. Tacos. This is very inspired by Chipotle, because I don't know, by the way, how to pronounce that. Chipotle, whatever.
Chipotle.
I dream of one day going there and eating there. One day it will happen when I'm in the US, guys. So anyways, guys, we have the coolest looking shells. Look at this, guys. It's a bowl shell and homemade vegan tacos, and then we have the regular shells, but these are also a bit different. They are bubbly, guys. I don't know if you can see, but they are. And can you guys see that they are not breaking? These are very wet tacos, guys. Like I put in pineapple and tomatoes and very like wet veggies, and they don't break, which that's my favorite thing on the planet. Then here to the right side, again, very inspired by Chipotle. If you guys don't know, I'm obsessed with David Dobrik and I love his videos, and he always has these giant bowls of Chipotle, but he usually does have rice in those. I don't have rice in these, so it's no rice, no carb version. I'm not on a no carb diet, guys. Oh my god, but I guess it is. And then over here we have Oppo. I know you're like, what the heck is this? It's a huge radish, guys. It's actually this big. I just broke it into, oh, it's the other way. Oh wait, there. I just broke it into two because it's way too big. I bought me some Tabasco, and it's garlic edition. Coconut water, because coconut water is one of the most healthy types of drinks on the planet. Why won't you go down? What's up with this? Go down. Oh yeah, there we go. Oh yes. Yes, 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 yes. Now we are ready to dine. Okay. Ah! Mmm. Mmm. That's some nice stuff. Wait. Guys, I totally forgot the avocado. I did not intend this to be low fat. Anyways, guys, as I've said in previous videos, I've been having some issues with my breathing, and it's hard to breathe, and my chest is like in pain, and I've been going to the doctors yesterday, and I talked about that in my last video. And then today I went to the doctor. Parsley, by the way, helps you with your bad breath after eating garlic, so try that out. I went to the doctor today. The first one I went to was at Medical Doc, I think it's called, and it's a pharmacy slash clinic, I guess. They can do like x-rays and check your blood, and simple part of medicine, I guess you could say, the basics. They have that there. They have a GP, general doctor. Let's have this first. Oh. Comment down below, guys, if you guys like radish. Isn't this weird? Oh. Socks. Why am I always wearing socks? I've done this in the past like 3 videos now. The last doctor I went to, I mean, it took hours and I still didn't get an appointment, so I went back today to another doctor. First checked like blood pressure and heart rate and weight and height and all that. By the way, I'm 165 centimeters now, which I guess I grew. I don't know. Then I got to my GP, and the only bad thing though is because they are very fast with the waiting time. It's only 45 minutes, and if you have to wait more, then it's for free. The consult is for free. So it was a good thing and a bad thing, because I felt like I had to hurry, like explain everything to her in like really quickly. I explained everything to her, chest pains and everything. And I asked her about the vitamin B12, vitamin D, and iron, if they could check for that. They didn't have, like, they can't check for that because they don't have that type of, I don't know what they call it, like, I don't know, they just couldn't check for it because it's too, like, advanced, I guess, to check for vitamin D and B12. So she told me to go to the big hospital we have here, and she was like, you can go there and get your B12 and D checked there, and then the iron will be included. And I was like, okay. And then what about my gluten test? And they don't have a gluten sensitivity test either, so I have to go to the hospital. So I was like, okay, fine. I was like, okay, thank you. But she was great, you know, but they just didn't have everything that you need. I went to the hospital, which that hospital, it's next to the mall, and I thought it would be a good hospital, but when I got there, it looked a bit run down, so I was a bit scared. But I was like, fine, I just want to know if I'm okay or not. So I was like, let's just go and get this checked. This looks awesome. Oh my god, how do you eat it? Ah! I love it. I like the bone better. Love that. And so I stood in line, waited for my number, and then I was like, okay, I need a B12 test and a D, and I gave them the paper I got from the doctor, and then the girl, the receptionist, she was like, did we go to high school together? I was like, what? Oh my god, that's the worst thing, when people recognize you and you don't recognize them. That's the worst thing. I was like, oh my god, what's your name? And she didn't answer me, so I don't know, but she could recognize me, and she knew which high school we went to. So I mean, I guess we did go to high school together, but I do not remember her. Oh my god, I felt so bad, but I just couldn't remember her. But anyways, she gave me the receipt before getting the blood test, and oh my god, 7,000 pesos to get checked for B12 deficiency and vitamin D. I was like, what? And so I was like, I'm not going to do this. I called my mom. She was like, don't do that, it's fine, we don't need to know your numbers, because I'm not showing any signs of any deficiencies anyway. So I was like, fine. And since my blood work, my CBC was okay, my platelet and all that was fine, we were like, it's fine, let's just not check that. Beans, corn, jalapeno, pineapple, parsley, tomatoes, garbanzo beans, parsley, bok choy. I didn't tell you what was in it, guys. I just kept on eating. Gluten sensitivity, they didn't have that test in the hospital either, and they told me you can get that done abroad. I was like, what? It was like, when you go back to the US, you can get it checked there, but it's way too expensive because I'm a tourist, guys. So that would be really expensive, and I could just, you know, just stop eating gluten instead. And I don't really need a test to tell me that I'm sensitive, you know, to verify it, because if I have bad reactions every time I eat gluten, it must mean something, right? And every time I stop, symptoms disappear. So I'm just going to stop eating gluten, guys. I'm just going to quit it. So sorry guys, but no more gluten mukbangs, and it sucks, but After the hospital, I felt so defeated. I was like, okay. It almost felt like doctors like didn't care, because obviously they deal with big things every day, like people are dying and stuff like that. So my condition is like this compared to everyone who are, you know, could die tomorrow. So I totally get that. They're very like efficient with the time, but I don't know if it's really efficient. You know what I mean? They are efficient with time, but then they don't spend enough time on each patient. So that's the only thing. Like, but each country has, you know, the bad and the good with the hospital. But anyways, after the hospital, I went to SM again, to the clinic I went to yesterday. And inside SM Mall, they have a clinic, kind of like a mini hospital. So I went there again, and I went early. As soon as SM opened up, I went there. So I was one of the first patients they had. So I got to go and I got my blood pressure again, and this time it was a bit low. It was 100/70, which is still the normal range, but definitely on the lower scale of it, which I'm often that number. I'm often like 100/70 because I'm usually on the lower end, like even when I was younger. So that's fine. But anyways, then I went to my GP, general doctor, and she looked so strict. I was really afraid of her. Like, I looked at her, I was like, oh my god. She, you know, sometimes doctors are very intimidating, and then if they don't smile at you, oh my god, it's so scary. She asked me, so what do you want? I'm not kidding, she really was like that. She was like, so what's wrong with you? And I was like, oh my god, is she going to kill me or something? Anyway, so I was like, yeah, so I've been having like chest tightness, not really pain, but chest tightness. I can't like really breathe, like full breath of air. Like I can only reach like 80% or whatever you call it. When I'm like in Europe, the US, New Zealand, whatever country I'm in, I'm able to breathe normally. I've never had any issues. Like I don't have asthma, I don't have anything like that. So I was like, what's going on? I was like, okay, do you have asthma? I was like, no. And if family members who have asthma, I said no, but apparently we do have 1 or 2 who have asthma. I didn't know that, but anyways, I was like, no. And she said, do you smoke? I was like, no. She asked me when my last period was, and it was like 2 days ago. She was like, okay, so you're not pregnant? And I was like, ah. Yeah, she asked me if I was on any medication. I said no. Any other conditions? I said no. You know, all of those usual questions. And then she listened to my heart, you know, made me breathe in and out like several times. And then she pushed on my chest. Like she pushed really hard. And I was like, what are you checking? Like if you can break my ribs? She was like pushing all from here down to like the lower part of your ribs, like down here. She was pressing like here, like hard. And I just ate like 1 hour ago. I was like, I'm going to throw up. She pressed so hard, and then she went from here down above the boobie, and then here down above the boobie. And then I was like, okay. And she's like, is it painful? I was like, no. And then she came to the conclusion after 5 minutes of consultation that it is indeed heartburn. Heartburn? No. I don't think so. Guys, it's impossible that this is heartburn, because heartburn is caused by acid, from eating too much acid. Okay, number 2, it's not just going to change Like, you're not going to suddenly get heartburn because you changed location. I eat the same food in Siargao, in Sweden, at Denmark, at US, and New Zealand, and all of the other countries I've been to. Never had heartburn. I don't have heartburn, guys. It's very, like, once in a blue moon, I get, like, when you eat too fast, like, you know, that the burning feeling, heartburn. Yeah, I know, but very rarely. Like, my everything is good, like in my body everything is fine, you know, I'm perfect. No, but health wise, you know. Anyways, when she said that, I wanted to scream, and she didn't, like, she was like, nothing is wrong with your heart because you're only 24. You can have heart issues at 2 years old, guys. So it's not because of the age, thank you very much. And then she ruled out like asthma too, somehow. And like, she ruled out everything. After 5 minutes of consultation, she must be some sort of genius doctor, you know. So I was like confused. And she gave me drugs. She told me it's possibly just heartburn. So let's try for 2 weeks and see what happens. So she gave me these drugs, omeprazole, omepron. It's for heartburn. So you take this before your food, before breakfast. Why does it sound like powder? You take that before breakfast every morning for the next 2 weeks, she said to me. I was like, okay. And then what? And then she was like, so if nothing works, if you still have chest pains, come back and we will see what happens then. And I was just like, huh? Okay. As I'm putting in more food that will cause me heartburn. I know what heartburn feels like.
And this ain't it, Chief.
My mom has heartburns a lot of times, and she tells me all the time what it feels like. And it doesn't feel like somebody is pushing down on your chest and like you can't breathe all day long. And by the way, heartburn usually happens after you eat, not before you eat, and not the whole day and night, you know. I was going to go to a cardiologist, but they didn't want me to go there. They wanted me to go to the GP first. But I don't think it's anything to do with my heart, because I do agree with that. When it comes to that, I don't think there's anything wrong with my heart. I don't have heart pain. Like, it doesn't hurt like where my heart is at. This is where your heart is at, guys. Alright, somewhere over here. Yeah. I sounded stupid. Okay, your heart is not like here. Hello. Unless it's like floating around somehow. So I was like, you know, I guess it's not that bad enough, and they want to wait until you are like gasping for air. It's like they want you, I mean, doctors kind of wait until you like get something really bad before doing anything. And I don't want drugs, guys. I just want to know, is it because of the humidity, or is it because of the pollution? Do I need to like buy HEPA filters? Or, I mean, what do I need to do so I can breathe, you know? And the thing is with me, guys, I am a hypochondriac when it comes to some things, but it's very, very rare that I act on it. Even if I think I'm going to die, I don't act on it. I never like tell anyone when I feel pain, you know, unless it's really bad. So the fact that I'm even talking about this with my family member, with my mom, is huge. And the fact that I went to a doctor, guys, I stay away from doctors as much as I can because I'm terrified of them. So the fact that I even went is huge. So I mean, I don't just go to the doctor just, you know, to have fun, you know. Who knows? I mean, doctors really are like heroes, you know. They save so many people every day. I don't know if I'm asking for too much or what, but I just wish they would listen more to the patient, because oftentimes stuff, you know, big conditions start with small things, you know. Usually you can prevent the big thing if you know, heal the small thing first. Rob on YouTube, Threadbanger, he got a heart attack like 2 months ago or something, and 2 months before that he went to the doctor so many times. He wanted to get like checks, x-ray or whatever it was, and they just said it's an allergy, you have allergies, and kept on giving him like allergy pills and inhalers and all that stuff. And then one day he got a heart attack. Good thing Corinne was there and she saved him, and they went to the hospital. But then he went into a coma, in and out for 2 months. He was like, oh my god, that was so. And I cried, guys. I watched that video, I cried so much, and I told the story to my mom, and my mom cried too. Like, I love the two of them. And so anyways, they made a video where they talked about it, and so many people were making such good points in the comments. They were like, if the doctors just would have given him like more attention, like checked his heart, why was he having like pains and stuff, then it could have been prevented, guys. Because maybe he just needed some sort of like pill or diet change. Maybe he needed to change his diet or something. And it sucks because he got the heart attack because of it. Sucks. Just because I'm not like hyperventilating and like wheezing for air, like gasping for air, doesn't mean I'm having a hard time. I'm not having a hard time breathing. Like, when I talk too much, like right now when I'm talking, I have to like take breaks just so I can like breathe. Shout out of the day goes to Wasilat Bibi. Shout out to you. If you guys want a shout out, tell me down below, subscribe, and I'll give you a shout out. So anyways, thanks for watching, guys. I love you, and I will see you the next time. Adios, amigos. Ooh. Wouldn't stop slapping me, guys.